Let's say hello to Matt Mitchell of San Diego State as the Aztecs get the week off. And I say off from actual games themselves. We know that there's a scrimmage schedule upcoming here. They will convene coming up on Sunday, Selection Sunday, still on as far as we know. The world is changing, it seems like, every single minute and every single hour. But Matt Mitchell, really good with his time. We appreciate it, joining us on Xtra 1360. Matt, Darren Smith, good to speak with you. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? Thank you for having me on, sir.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. What would you want to ask your coach tomorrow? If you were to call in incognito, disguise your voice, what would you ask Brian Dutcher?
Man. I'd ask him how he did his hair every morning.
That's a good-looking dude, don't you think?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he has the same hairstyle every morning. It seems intact every day. Hard to mess up.
Right, and that looks the same. I mean, it's pretty consistent whether it's game day, because you understand game day, he gets dolled up, he puts on one of his nicer suits, right, and the hair looks good, he gets a good shave. But that's pretty consistent even through practices, no?
Yeah, it's consistent. It's been consistent every day. So I definitely would ask him about that.
Okay, so how do you get your hair done, and what sort of hair care products does your head coach use? Those are good questions.
Yep. Those are great questions.
How are you doing? It's been a little while now. You've had time to decompress, and I don't know how much time you spent thinking about Saturday night, but it's in the past. You guys can move forward, think forward. How are you doing now, a couple of days after what was just an emotional 3 days out in Arizona?
Man, it was I'm doing good. It's just the bounce back now and trying to get better, trying to get ourselves better. And just individually, I'm doing good. Mentally over the game. You just kind of take that next day just to see for yourself like what you could have done better, what we could have done differently as a team, what you saw on the floor. And it's just all stuff to take in and learn from, because now we're moving on to the real one and done. And we can go home at any moment. So and we're really looking to make a push at the end of the season and trying to win as many games as possible and win a national championship. So I definitely think getting over that Utah State loss quickly is important for not only me but the entire team.
End of the game, they take the 3-point lead. He hits an amazing shot, Sam Merrill does. But you guys have one final shot there. It's the Mountain West Player of the Year. You're on the court. Matt, tell us, did you think, it looked on television, I'm watching here in San Diego at a bar in Linda Vista, but being on the court, what did you think when Malachi Flynn releases that shot as time's expiring?
Oh, man, I thought it was good. I think any shot anybody on my team takes is going in. I just have that belief. I have that faith. And just at that point, just knowing that Malachi, Player of the Year, and just being a great shooter and very accurate, I felt that he would have a good shot at it as long as I got the ball to him good, and so he caught it well and was able to gather his steps into his shot. It was just unfortunate that he missed by a hairline. So I mean that's just the game of basketball. You win some, you lose some. And we've been fortunate enough not to lose too many. Yeah,
and 2 is not too many at all. Matt Mitchell joining us on Xtra 1360. Do guys practice shots like that? Because we always see video of Steph Curry, who has ridiculous range, and he's always standing there at the center logo, even when he just came back after the wrist injury, and he's taking shots. Do guys, how often do you practice those kind of shots? I'm sure you spend most of your time practicing the shots that you're more likely to take over the span of 40 minutes, but do guys actually spend any time working on plays like that?
Yeah, we do. We actually take half-court shots every time we go on the road. After shoot-around, we kind of just joke around and see who can make it. But it is not just necessarily just throwing the ball up there, but we're actually trying to make it and compete and have bragging rights. But at the same time, you never know when you're going to need that shot. So you do actually want to try and make it. And just as guys on the team and just being around each other, we back up and we shoot the ball just from outrageous spots on the court, just trying to make shots and just coming up with different scenarios in our heads. So we definitely practice a shot, and I think that's definitely a shot that I think Malachi would make given another day.
Yeah, you told us last time you were on, you thought if there were a 3-point shooting contest that you would be the winner. Who's got the range? Who's got the best range of all the group?
Oh man, I gotta say Malachi has the best range out of everybody. There's sometimes where I don't realize where a 3-point line is, but I think Malachi the same. He has deep range and he's dangerous from anywhere.
Do you pay attention as a college basketball player? Do you pay attention to the subject of bracketology?
I do my best, but I don't quite understand the bracketology and how everything is set up and how people are picked for seeds. So I just go out there and I play basketball, and whoever we're playing that day.
Okay, both bracketologists of note, one being Jerry Palm, the other being Joe Lenardi, one from CBS, one from ESPN. I think as of today, San Diego State is a 2 seed. You guys would open in Sacramento. Should you advance, you would go to Los Angeles. Again, a lot of this presumes that everything's going to go off as scheduled, and that's a big if as well, Matt, as you know. But as it currently stands here today, you good with that? 2 seed, West, Sacramento, Los Angeles.
That's great with me. Just being on the West Coast and being able to play in front of that home crowd and that home feel. Just playing in California, so I definitely think that'll be to our advantage. Just having a 2 seed in the West, and being able to play in front of that home crowd and get that advantage.
Now, of course, that leads to an unfortunate question, given the state of things happening globally here. The idea that there might not be fans allowed. The Golden State Warriors announced no fans in the building tomorrow night. Other sporting events are starting to follow suit. I'm sure you guys scrimmage. You guys play a lot of pickup ball. I know you played different summer leagues, et cetera. If the decision is made for you guys to play behind closed doors, I mean, what does that mean for you guys? You probably have some level of experience with that, just not at this level.
Yeah, definitely. I don't remember playing behind closed doors since I was really young, but I definitely think it would be devastating just for the game of basketball, for any sport, to just not be able to have a fan base, not be able to have a support system. And I definitely would love for our fans to be out there and support us and root us on, and that would be great for us, great for them, and the entire city of San Diego State University. But at the same time, I just know as players, we'll come out ready to play no matter the situation. It's the game of basketball, and I've been on this stage before, but I've been waiting to get back. And some of these guys have been waiting for this moment all their lives. And so I know they'll be ready, I'll be ready, and we'll be ready to go.
So, as your life as a student at San Diego State, I mean, has it been altered at all over the last couple of days? I saw something on the news about online classes. I don't know how common or uncommon that is, Matt. It's been 25 years since I've been in college. But has your, your student life been disrupted or altered in any capacity because of some of the things that the university decided?
I would say yes. It's been altered. Just a little bit though, not much. Most classes nowadays are online. Most teachers post things online, and students do it that way. But you do have your classes where, in terms of Spanish and different languages, where you kind of need that one-on-one activity that you just don't necessarily get. So I say that in a way that student life has been altered, but I wouldn't say it's been altered majorly. But maybe just turning to the online source more than we have just over the past years.
So most classes are online now, huh? Man, I picked the wrong time. I should have gone to college 25 years after the fact. Most of your classes are online.
Yeah, most of my classes. What's what we call a hybrid. So you would also go to class, but the teacher would post their material online on a site called Blackboard, and that's where all students go to get their work done and to submit assignments. And so in that way, it's kind of like a hybrid course of you being able to be in class but turning in assignments online. And now they're turning it into an entirely online, and now you're learning and submitting on assignments online and being able to chat with your professor through that way.
Wow, what a world! You got to come equipped. I mean, you got to have your own laptop or your own Wi-Fi, all that sort of stuff, right?
Definitely, yeah. You definitely want to have your own Wi-Fi, so you can't get online. But if not, I'm sure most kids would find a place, hopefully, that shares their Wi-Fi. But also with the events going on in the world today, that could be troubling. So I guess we'll have to see.
Well, we'll have to see. Well, you take care. Matt, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Always appreciate the conversation. And however this thing turns out, you know what your fans have, how much they've been behind you this season. So hopefully they get a chance to see you. Selection Sunday coming up. What do you have any idea what the plans are?
I don't have an idea what the plans are, but I would hope our fans would be able to come out and support us on Selection Sunday. But I think no matter the case, they'll be supporting from a close or afar, no matter what the situation is.
You got that right. Matt, thank you for the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Matt Mitchell.